I know for myself, I'm bad for not seeking out that help from other people.
When the soldiers he's deployed with got wind of Ethan's situation, they decided to support him.
When we found out that Chaplain Chitwood's son had been diagnosed with neurofibromatosis, we were going to do a battalion run and sponsor it, but we thought, why not raise some money to fight this disease?
It also allows them to interact with local Afghans, where they can get to know each other.
Hi, how are you?
One troop, however, sees them every day,
Don't need anything?
building strong bonds.
I work with the locals who I have come to just love. They're great people.
I think they're more willing to cooperate with the police force.
Coalition forces train the police and help build checkpoints near villages.
I think it's important to tie those police officers to the villages that they're near.
He, like his Afghan counterparts, is a Muslim.
My faith has allowed me to speak to them in a common religious language and from a common religious experience that allows us to get past all the awkwardness of starting an initial partnership.
The Muslim religion is deeply embedded in the people and government of Afghanistan. Sharing the same religion helps Captain Stewart interact with his counterparts when others cannot. Both civilians and service members alike remember the attacks of September 11th, 2001. Some troops remember the day very clearly because they watched it happen firsthand.
The train stopped in the tunnel, and the conductor said, "Ladies and gentlemen, we have a delay because of an airplane that hit the World Trade Center."
His train halted service, and Salazar was forced above ground to Brooklyn's busiest intersection, Atlantic Avenue and Flatbush Avenue. From that intersection, he could see smoke billowing from the Twin Towers.
About a half hour after the first tower collapsed, it started to snow. But it wasn't regular snow. It was a clear day, for one. And as I gathered the snow in my hands, I realized there was actually pieces of office documents that had blown across the river.
Areas that have a good, strong tribal structure where they follow the traditional Pashtunwali, they tend to keep out the outsiders, which is the Taliban, Haqqani insurgents, and they tend to help secure the area themselves. And so that's the example that we want to encourage for other areas.
With this unique opportunity, they were able to discuss various important topics.
To get the water down here?
Alpha Company said it also allowed the ANA to become more prominent to the Afghan people. Bagram Airfield hosted a ceremony for 27 sailors who accomplished one of the Navy's highest traditions, being promoted to Chief Petty Officer. During their initiation, the new chiefs were taught how to guide and mentor all sailors, not just their own.
Once you become the chief, you're really out of your rating. You don't just take care of your guys in your rating now. You're actually taking care of all sailors, regardless of their rating. Air side, surface side. So it really doesn't matter. All ratings, the chief takes care of.
Testing includes using a greenhouse, flood farming, and traditional American methods.
Growing different crops under different conditions, just like the wheat and the clover you see right here, is what the agricultural development team calls proof of concept. This is how they're going to determine what crops grow under the best conditions right here in Afghanistan's Coast Province for its people.
A dedicated team of professionals are working round the clock to keep these trucks in the fight, keeping warfighters ahead of the threat so they can accomplish their mission and safely return home.
And what we've done to accomplish the mission here is we have a universal workforce. So we have workers from all these different companies that we're reaching back to the United States, coming out here, and they work as a team. They can all work on every vehicle in the family.
Most of the crew are junior sailors, 4 months into their first deployment. Yet each Seabee possesses unique experiences and skills, which allows them to pull together and push through challenges.
From some experiences of previous jobs to previous projects that our team has kind of complement each other, so one may not be extremely proficient at, the next one is.
The Fob Shank project crew estimates they'll complete the new meeting house in early November.